Hey there. We are currently in Ross Bay. I think we're in County Kerry at the moment, kind of working our way through the ring of Kerry. Catherine is going to do horseback riding on the beach, and I'm going to go see if I can maybe find a nice hiking trail. We'll see what I can find nearby because I don't want to be gone too long. And it's also starting to sprinkle, so let's see what we can get to. Okay, I think I found us a trail. It's really just right up the road. I had really hoped to do the fairy trail, and I'm kind of disappointed. Got here and saw that it had been vandalized. I guess I looked online and it had been vandalized on June 8th, but we there you can still do the walking trail, so we're gonna go along the walking trail and see what we can find. Kind of show you where it says there was vandalism, which is kind of sad, but it'll be okay. We can't always get what we want, can we? I'm hoping we will still be able to see a little bit as we go along. Recentered that. I'm still working on learning this thingy gimbal. Guess this is part of the Kerry Way and also part of the Kerry Camino. So I don't know that I have the proper shoes for this, so we may only get a short walk up. But the foliage in this area is beautiful. There's so many different ferns and flowers. As you can hear from the traffic, probably we are very close to the road, but that's no matter. Still very much in tune with nature. The trees with the vines growing up. Them really cool. The sounds of wildlife. I don't know if you can see. It says to make a wish. My wish is for all of you to be happy and well cared for and loved. Don't know if me saying that means it won't come true, but I certainly hope it does. Okay. Let's see here. Looks like one way is to the Drung Hill via Curra. I don't know what the other way is. We may just go up this way a little bit. Again, like I said,
I do not have the proper shoes. My hiking boots are at home. My hiking boots are new and need to be broken in. Anyone that knows me will tell you I'm not the most outdoorsy gal. I enjoy nature, I enjoy plants, and love all animals. But this time of year is especially rough for me because I have horrible seasonal allergies. As you can probably tell from my huffing and puffing just going this little ways. I'm really having a hard time getting this thing to balance today. I don't know what the problem is. See if we can get it to behave just a touch better for a little while longer. Regardless, it's a nice little walk. And then if I beat Catherine back, I can totally read a book. We found a couple really cute bookstores. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm coming up. Let's see what this says. No dogs are allowed, which I don't have with me, so I guess we're safe there. And there's livestock ahead, which, not gonna lie, is very, very enticing to me. But that looks very wet. I would much rather not end up with awful shoes as we're just getting our day started. And it's really starting to come down as more of a drizzle. And I'm filming this with my phone instead of my action camera because I wanted Catherine to be able to use her action camera to try to get some footage of her horse ride on the beach. So maybe we can add that to the video with her permission. But look at that. I think I've said it 150 times already today, is how beautiful Ireland is in this area, especially. There's water and there's a pretty, I don't know if you can see it, kind of in the center of the screen, looks like a sand path or maybe a landmass, kind of just going out into the water. It's gorgeous. Okay. Our drive to get here from our hotel last night, I don't know how people can do 80 kilometers an hour on the road. I was only comfortable about doing 50. Thankfully, there was not a lot of traffic, so I didn't hold people up. And when I did get someone behind me, there was usually a little passing thing to pull in. We did have an amazing experience, though, and you'll be able to see it from the action camera video, either before or after this one, where there were sheep crossing the road. And we got to see the sheepdog come up and round them up and get them to go around the car. It was pretty magical. And as a little girl that liked to do a lot of reading about sheepdogs and, country life, I've always wanted to be on the road with sheep to see what it was like. And let me say, it lived up to the experience. It was even better than I had imagined it would be. Got to see a mama sheep with her little baby. They were the last ones, I think, that come running at us. But it was cute to see the puppy dog be so excited to do his job too. He almost looked like he was smiling. Look how lush and green these are. I hear sheep bawling. Maybe we'll see some sheep. I'm gonna pan up so you can just see how tall these are. I'll post some pictures later. We did a very, very light breakfast this morning, and we knew Catherine's trail ride was at, or beach ride was at noon. So we went ahead and ate kind of early and got on the road because I had such a heck of a time driving up the road the night before. We wanted to make sure we left in plenty of time. It probably took way more than it would take for a reasonable person to drive. Lots of hairpin turns and switchback type of roads. We ended up going another route, so it wasn't quite as crazy as last night. But we ended up stopping in a little town, I think it was Glenbeigh, and stopped at this cute little remodeled horse trailer that's a coffee shop now, and had a snack and some coffee before we headed this way. You'll probably be able to tell from the action camera footage too that we thought we were going to the fairy forest and the fairy trail, and my GPS took us way in the wrong direction. And then we kind of happened upon it on the way to the horse riding stables, but again, some hooligans decided to vandalize the trail, so wasn't able to do that. Makes me really sad. It's actually kind of a trail for little kids to be able to do, and use their imaginations to think about fairies and magic. And the article I read on Facebook said that it will, I think it's 5,000 euro worth of damage. They had thrown fairy houses down into like ravines that you can't even get down to get the houses, which I just think that's so sad that someone would do that and ruin the fun for everybody else. But look at this moss. Even the moss is just a vibrant color. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. And it's kind of humid, but not miserable like it probably would be back home. I think back home they got a little bit more heat going on than we do too. There's some ivy growing up the trees. And then there's this tree here with these beautiful purple flowers on them. So pretty. Okay, we're making it. I'm just going slow because I'm known to be a little bit clumsy. But for my first trail video, no matter how short it is, be something that I don't fall on the first time. Maybe let y'all get to know me a little better before you see my sheer amount of clumsiness. Okay, just about there. I don't know if they have CC footage, but I kind of almost hope they're able to catch the folks that did the damage. And truly hope that they weren't visitors, because that would be really sad that someone would decide to do damage to something so precious to the community for their little tykes and little ones. People act like that, they'll get to where they don't want visitors around, and I hope to come back and visit many times, truly. Okay, just kind of show you. We were up there walking, so really pretty. You can see some of the rocks sticking out of the cliff. I don't know if this area is the same, but where we were yesterday, there's a lot of limestone or sandstone, depending on which part of the day we were in. Also, these purple flowers, I have no idea what they are. If you do, please comment in the comment section, because they are so pretty. I would love to get some for home. They were everywhere along the road whenever we were driving away. Look at that pretty purple with the pretty yellow. My husband probably will know what these are too, but see if I can kind of get a little bit closer so you can see the insides. It's got some little white and darker purple polka dots on the inside. They're stunning. Again, you can kind of see how tall the trail up there goes. And more of the yellow. There's some more. You can see them with the yellow and purple flowers. And then I don't know if you can tell from the footage. I'm very allergic to poison ivy, so I'm trying to be very careful. I don't know if there's any here. But there's some little pink flowers mixed in with the ivy as well. Like even down by the parking lot, there's ferns and moss growing on the trees. Kind of walk along the parking lot here to see if there's anything else to see. There's our cute little rental for the week. A little bit bigger than my Prius, but still not horrible. As long as I don't have to parallel park it. We tried that to no avail when we were here the first night. Just not in the stars. I can barely park the Prius parallel, so anything bigger than that would be an absolute no-go. Some nice rocks kind of give you the boundary of the parking path or the car park. Moss growing. There's so much to do here. It kind of makes you wonder if you lived here, if you would ever run out of things to do without even probably having to leave your own county. It's amazing. There's some more of my favorite purple flowers. Look at those. Are they not gorgeous? Here's another cliff. You can kind of see. And obviously you can't tell through the screen, but it just smells so rich. It almost smells like soil when the farmers back home are like tilling up the crops and getting ready to plant. Not the manure smell, just the rich soil smell. Look at that. I look at little spots like this and think about like my bookworm mind as a little girl, how wild it would go looking at all of these things. There's a little bumblebee doing his thing. I don't know if you can tell. See him? As long as he stays away from me, all is well. Okay, folks. I think we're about at the end of my little half walk. I'm sure we'll have more walking things today, but we'll see it after I get Catherine picked up.